Well, the radar says the heavy stuff's still a few hours away, but snow is falling as we near kickoff at Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. Straight ahead, we pull the curtain on the postseason with an AFC wildcard matchup between the Indianapolis Colts and the New England Patriots. It's that most wonderful time of the year, the NFL playoffs, as we're underway on EA Sports. Fly to the end zone for a touchback. The first carry now. This is Johnson. Even with the nice move, can't go very far. Stop short of the 30. Stop made there by Gerald McCoy.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. On 2nd down, Johnson. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming. First carry for Nick Chubb. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
A first down carry here for Johnson. He'll take this from the 40 up to the 45 for a gain of 5.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. They'll hand it off now. Johnson. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
They go read option with Griffin. He can run for it, and he will. He'll grab 3 yards on the play, taking it himself for the first down.
And what a weapon to have when you can use your quarterback as a short yardage runner and pick up first downs.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. They pitch it out to Johnson. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
A run for Nick Chubb. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Back to throw. Gardner escaping the pressure right. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, gets him 9 yards and a first.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
Now a handoff. Johnson. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
They try the left side with Johnson. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and they're going to face a third down. Operating from the gun. Gardner steps, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Well, it's about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on third down. And the kick by Butker is good. And the Patriots jump out to a 3-0 lead. So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now a first carry for Giovanni Bernard. And this defense feeling the encouragement. They stop him at the line of scrimmage on the first play of the afternoon. And it's Reuben Foster in on the tackle. They fake the give. Now Rodgers. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Throwing on first down is Rodgers. And he goes down. It's a Patriot sack. Marcel Darius busting through to get him for a loss of 6.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and end up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. They'll run it now out of the gun. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Give him 3 yards on the run. Now they'll need to draw up something good here on 3rd and 13. the gun, it's Rodgers. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A big third down conversion with a gain of 28. Now Bernard. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Here's Bernard. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to lead to a third down. Working from the gun, Rodgers. And he fires one, but incomplete.
I know every offense wants to start their snaps closer to the goal line, but it's actually harder to throw the ball in those situations. You throw into that tight coverage, you see what happens. Hard to get the ball in there.
Not enough space there. Lucky maybe that it wasn't intercepted. So a return of serve, so to speak, here on the second drive of our game as they respond to that opening field goal with 3 of their own.
I like that. Going a little tennis on me.
I know you. You like to mix it up with sports.
They crack a forehand back out, and they get a backhand. What was the return?
It was a backhand. A really good backhand.
It's a nice top spin on the whole thing. I love it. Almost a mirror image when you really get down to it. I thought that was pretty good stuff.
Now the Patriot offense set to take over again. And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal, and I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not out-and-out joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long drive. Your defense gets a chance to take a break, adjust a little bit, maybe get themselves ready to get back out on the field and play a little bit better. So they'll take the benefit even though they wanted the 6 points.
And maybe wore down the other defense. We'll see. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. It was Anthony Averett who got him down. He makes a wonderful play there off the corner, protecting his side of the field.
Oh, that reminds me of the great defenses of old, doesn't it? The Pittsburgh Steelers, Steel Curtain, they would not let you get on the field if you could only do one thing. You had to be a complete guy, and you had to be able to tackle.
Now, I know I've said this before, but you know I wasn't alive when the Steel Curtain was playing. I know them, but I just want to let you know I wasn't alive.
I'm going to keep peppering that in there, and one of these days you're going to think that you were.
And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. You talked about the need for them to establish the run early. They've been able to do that here in the first half.
And that means that the whole offense has adopted that attitude and that persona. We're going to take care of this young quarterback. Let's all get together and run it and take the pressure off.
Looking to throw. Gardner. He's going to loft one. Deep left side here. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
Call that one an even 60 yards, 6-0. And the Colts are going to take over, albeit deep in their own territory. They'll begin here with Bernard. And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
And give him a lot of credit there, but even more credit to the guys up front. In that situation, you know it's going to be a stacked defensive front. And to be able to gain that much yardage, that's a big win for the guys on offense.
Yeah, they were just about standing on their own goal line, so to get a few yards there, a great start. Now we'll see what 2nd down brings. They'll run it here with Bernard. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on third down. To play in a tightly contested first half. Back with more AFC playoff action after this timeout. On third down, that's Freeman, and he gets it up to the 10-yard line here. He gets a good chunk of yards there, 8 all told, but they're still looking at a fourth down. Now here's Michael Dixon, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. The punt team on now is from their end zone. They get it away. Taken right around the 44. It'll be a 10-yard return following a punt of 45. And the Patriots will have great starting position as they take over 1st and 10. The Patriots offense now, they work their way back onto the field. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. And now here's a timeout called by the Colts on the defensive side of the ball, as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. New England on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. From the gun, Gardner. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2.
And this is one of the risks you run when you attempt a long field goal. If you miss, the defense takes over at the spot of the placement. So now they've got a chance to get one more drive in before halftime.
Hey, 626.
Rodgers now on 1st down. Caught left side. It's Beckham. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. on first down. Gardner. Forced out to his left. Spins past him. Finding some room at midfield. And he slides to avoid the hit. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he spins past him and into space. 25 yards to pick up there, and also a first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. On 1st and 10, Gardner. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. From the right hash, it's a 38-yard attempt. And Butker able to put this one through. And they will take the lead here in this battle of field goals at 6-3. So they get the field goal here at the end of the second quarter and take the lead into the lockers. And isn't that what every team wants to do? Right at the end of the half, put points on the board and go into the locker room feeling a lot better about themselves. So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup. All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime. Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. Both teams trying to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. Out come the Colts. They'll have it first here to start quarter number 3. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no? I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors. But overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game. Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. On 2nd down, here's Rodgers. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. Calais Campbell in there to sack him for a loss of 6. So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there. Now the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is. Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far. Now Rodgers. He finds Beckham complete. And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23. A Hall of Fame coach once said, there are no medals for trying. And that wasn't a trying effort, was it? That was a winning effort. How about that great catch? Excellent. They know, hey, you lose this game, you get a ding or 2. You got 7 months to heal. They're going to go all out. Now a carry for Bernard. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well. Now Rodgers throwing on 2nd down. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on. 3rd down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, they really put this receiving core on lockdown. Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, don't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to him. Now Rodgers, a free play. Going deep for Hopkins. And it'll be intercepted. snags it for the pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So that last penalty making this third down much more manageable. Third down, 4 yards to go. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Now look out, Rodgers lost the football.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
It's a 43-yard punt, a return of 5, and the Patriots take over. So here are the Patriots now. They get ready for their first possession of half number 2. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Johnson, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And it's going to be third down and a ways to go here, 3rd and 14. Operating from the gun, Gardner. And that is incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. I would say they went 3 and out last time, but actually they didn't even get to 3 and out. Still a strange decision to us here in the booth.
Yeah, let's hope they don't go 1 and out, but maybe, possibly, let's try and think with them here. Try and play field position maybe, turn the ball over, put it in the hands of their defense. Who knows?
You're a nice man. Now a play fake here on first down. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Reuben Foster in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
On the toss, Bernard. And he goes across the 20 to the 22. They get 5 yards on the run there. Still left staring at a 3rd and about 14.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off, and try and chip someone at the second level.
Trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Devin McCourty picks it off. And he'll take this down inside the 15-yard line.
Well, Brandon, there's no question who they're going to look to on 3rd and long, but you can bet this defense knows that as well, so they've got him blanketed downfield. And this ball winds up being intercepted.
On the toss, here's Johnson. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
To throw on second down. Gardner dancing to his left. Stays on his feet, being chased at. The ball comes out, and I believe the Colts have recovered. Yes, they have.
All I know, partners, that with every play call that came in, there was a little discussion about, hey, we can seal this bad boy. We can really put ourselves in a great spot to take total control, and yet they find a way to cough it up.
Yeah, the 2-score game opportunity eludes them, and now a chance for the other side to come back here.
Yeah, that means defense has to go out there and make some plays themselves. So we call sudden change. Let's see if the defense is mentally ready to take care of it.
And he'll use his blockers to get this up over the 20 to the 21. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
They'll run again with Bernard. And he's able to get up here to the 26. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Rodgers now on first down. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They go play action here on first down. Going deep for Hopkins. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect.
But it's not been the best game for him, but he definitely tried to get by with a little help from his friend there, trying to create a big play.
Couldn't do it, fell incomplete, but you're right, hasn't been a banner game here in the second half, just trying to get going.
Big thing is trying to keep confidence up and continue to fire.
Rodgers will try again on second down. And he goes down. It's a Patriots sack.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
And the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
The Colts on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 15. Rodgers from the gun, he'll throw. He'll let it go deep for Beckham, and that's caught inside the 35. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That goes as a gain of 36 on third down. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
319.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. 10 more there and another first down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Back to the ground, this time with Ingram. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he can even get started. It'll be a loss of a yard, And that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Rodgers to throw on 2nd down. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. Daquan Jones in there to record another sack. Their 6th of the afternoon. So 2 plays with only negative yardage to show, and now it's 3rd and 16.
Hey, 626.
To throw is Rodgers, operating from the gun. A loss of 8 on the play, and it brings up 4th. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. On the left hash, officially it's called a 51-yard attempt. And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So it's an empty possession, and as a kicker, not the way you want to start your day's work.
And now each team's missed a field goal here so far, Brandon, so apparently neither guy is immune.
They begin the drive with Johnson. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
And this is why the head coach gets paid the big bucks. Look at where they are in this situation, partner. Do you throw the ball here in a long-distance situation? Do you run it again and trust your defense and make sure you take care of the ball and punt it away? What kind of options do you have here, and what do you trust more on your team?
Yeah, they may have just pushed him back into that throwing situation. We'll see. He may try and run for this. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that'll bring up 4th down. Time for a break. Here's Sam Martin now as he's on to punt for New England. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. This is fielded at the 7. It takes a touchdown-saving tackle to bring him down as he goes 32 yards on the return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Calais Campbell in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. He's back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
The Colts on third down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and 15. They'll look to throw. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. Game on the line, season on the line. They're going for it here on 4th down.
Hey, 626.
Back to throw. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And as a result, their playoff run may end right here. The Patriot offense now set to come back out onto the field. They have the 3-point lead. Defense did their job. Now, late game, although it looks good, you know the coaches, they haven't counted this as a victory yet.
I agree with you totally. Big applause for the defense, but no one is taking their headset off on the sideline. They don't believe this game is over. The offense has to close this one out by taking care of the football.
And they'll try to close it out now.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. They go to Johnson again. And he's going to be met at about the 43. And another timeout taken by the Colts, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. New England on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on third down. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. And here now the punter, Martin, booming this one away. So that'll be marked down as a 19-yard punt. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. The Colts now, their offense works their way back onto the field. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. One, to get yourself in position for the second one, whether you're able to get into field goal range or you have to try another deep pass, another Hail Mary, but you're trying to get the first one to a receiver, get out of bounds, and give yourself a chance to set things up for an easier shot at it.
Let's see if they can do it. Might be easier said than done. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. One final try now for Rodgers. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball